Hey, good morning, and welcome to the Sherri-Lee Show. I am Sherri-Lee, your host, and today we are talking about the 80-20 rule on Facebook. Have you heard of this? If you haven't, don't worry, it's okay. You can adopt it at any time that you want. Very simply put, the 80-20 rule on Facebook is that 80% of the time on your Facebook business page, you do not want to talk about yourself. You want to talk about the people watching other things. And then 20% of the time you talk about yourself. So 80% of the time you talk about something else, and 20% of the time you talk about yourself. Now, why do we do this? Well, Facebook is essentially a free platform that we can market our businesses on without having to pay for anything. Sure, there's ads, and sure, you can pay if you want to. It is not pay to play. It is supercharge to play with your Facebook ads if you'd like. And if you follow the 80-20 rule, it's easier to get the engagement and the interaction that you'd like to have for your business without having to spend an awful lot of money on Facebook ads. So people you see here saying, it's pay to play and that's all you have to pay or nobody's going to see you. That's not completely true. If you are spending all of your time just talking about yourself, and I see some people are here with me, let me know who's here. I'd love to say hi to you, and tell me what you do and share your Facebook page. I'd love to give you a shout out. So if you spend all of your time talking about yourself and what you do and what your sales are and what your promotions are, a couple things happen. Facebook says all you're doing is promoting yourself. You're using Facebook as a one-way advertising tool, like a newspaper, like the radio, like a magazine. And if that's all you're going to do, then yes, Facebook's going to want you to pay to play, which means they're going to let less people see your posts because all you're doing is promoting you. And they're going to say, well, if all you're going to do is promote yourself and make money off of our free platform, then we want a little piece of it. I don't have a problem with that. But the other thing that happens is that people, your viewers, your audience, the people who spend time on your page, the people who like your page, they realize that all you're going to do is promote to them. Now, most people aren't on Facebook in order to be promoted to. They are on Facebook to find out what's happening with their family, to follow friends and family on trips and adventures that they're on, to build relationships, to network maybe in their business, to find about events in their community, to go out and do things, to create their community of people that they know, like, and trust. Now, if you are just promoting yourself, how are you building that relationship? And in today's day and age, with the way the world is and the way business has gone, as small business owners, which I've seen defined as under 5 million a year revenue, that's pretty big small business. So most of us are probably in that category. If we are doing business like the big brands do, with just talking about promotions and sales and offers and the various things that they have going on, we are going to lose our audience. People want to do business with people, not with brands or logos or marketing teams or funnels or any of those things. So when you aren't following the 80-20 rule, you're going to put off Facebook. So Facebook's going to want to charge you or give you less reach for your posts because all you're doing is promoting. The people who do follow you are not going to be as engaged. They're going to be unfollowing you or unliking you because they're going to feel like all you want to do is talk about yourself. Now, what you want to do is set it up so that you are using Facebook to build relationships, to start conversations, to get to know people, and most importantly, to let them get a feeling of know, like, and trust with you. Hey, Kathy, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So, Kathy, let me know what you do and share your Facebook page. I'd love to give you a shout out. So, I lost my train of thought. So when you are just, when you're just being promotional, how does somebody grow a know, like, and trust relationship with you? How do they know what you're about? How do they know what's in your heart? How do they know how much passion you bring into your business? And how do you know anything about them? What people do a lot of times that I see, they're just saying, I've got this offer, or we've got this event at our location, or see this band here, or, buy this special here, come to the store, look at this, and we're just promoting ourselves. But what they're missing is what a great opportunity Facebook is to get to know your audience, to do some market research, to find out what else they're interested in. You aren't just a one-dimensional being that is only your business. You have so much else going on. So what do you share with your audience as a connection? Do you love animals and do volunteer work at an animal shelter every weekend? Why not bring that into your business presence on Facebook or any social media? Because what that'll do is somebody who is in your community, but you haven't stood out to yet, and they haven't bought from you yet because they don't know anything about you to spend money on you yet. They are like, well, why would I spend money on this person? I don't know anything about them. I don't know the quality of the work that they do. I don't know if I'm going to get what I want from it, and I'm not going to waste my money. So, but if you start sharing that you volunteer at the animal shelter, you'll start attracting people to you that care about animals like you do. And then they will know you a little bit more. Hey, Shelly, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Make sure you type in here, you comment what you do, and share your Facebook page. Okay? So it's about building a rapport and a connection. So take your experiences going to a networking group. If you've ever gone to networking groups, and let me know if you have. Type in networking if you ever go to networking groups or if you have in the past. One of the things that I notice that happens a lot at networking groups is there's kind of two types of people there. There's one person who's walking around with a fistful of business cards and just trying to hand out their business cards to as many people as they can. And they are the hit guys, right? They walk in and they are just like, they just want to get their cards in as many hands as they possibly can. Those are one kind of guys. And what are they doing? All they're doing is promoting themselves. All they're doing is interested in getting themselves in front of other people. They're looking to build relationships. They aren't getting to the point where they have connections with people. They aren't looking to learn anything about the people they're speaking with. They just want to get the card out and get moving. Okay? Then there's the people who spend time and build relationships and have friendships at these networking groups. And they are building relationships, and they get referrals, and they get connections, and they get people who hire them because they have a relationship with them. We're going to take that strategy and apply it on Facebook, and that's the 80-20 rule. What we want to do is spend 80% of our time talking to our audience, talking with our audience, sharing things about ourselves, learning things about them, building rapport, and having fun with them, providing a fun environment for the people that are on Facebook to engage with, the people who like your page to engage with. Then 20% of the time, we actually make our promotions. And what we do is we use the engagement and the credibility and the know, like, and trust relationship that we build with the 80% of the time content. We have way more people who are interested and willing and able to hear our promotions. Okay? I'm going to take a break here 1 second and see what people are saying. Shelly says, I've done networking. It feels like everyone is there to get business and not really connect, even if they're doing the connecting game. I agree. Networking events can be a real challenge, Shelly, and it's a matter of finding the right events for sure. Kathy does networking. Yes, creating relationships. I'm all about sharing kindness and gratitude with others. Developing relationship is key. My goal every time is to be authentic and look for authentic people. Absolutely, Kathy, and you can apply that to Facebook. Okay, don't let the medium change the way you connect, because that is working for you, I'm sure, and that's got you great relationships of referral partners, JVs, that sort of thing. Shelly's still looking for her tribe. Yeah, I understand. It can take some time to find the right place where you feel like you fit and where you have good connections, and it takes time. So when we spend time with the 80 and 20 rule, so we spend 80% of our time asking questions of our audience, sharing content that gets engagement, getting clear content, having a fun, engaging time on our Facebook page so that people see the content, interact with the content, feel like they know who you are. Hey, Angie, nice to see you. Angie, if you want to pop what you do and the URL of your Facebook page, be happy to give you a shout out. So if you spend 80% of your time doing what you do at networking events, if you're doing networking events properly, and you're using that time to build rapport and connection and have fun, a couple things happen. First, Facebook sees that you're putting the effort into getting to know people, that you're putting the effort in to build relationships, not just trying to promote everything you do for free on Facebook. They see that you're putting the effort in to build relationships. What they do is they give your next post more reach. And the next one, more reach. When you get more reach, that just means more people get to see your content. When more people see your content, you've got more people to interact with your content. And when you get that interaction of your content, on your content, then that's when people start feeling like they know who you are. And when they know you, they will buy from you. So then when you make a promotional post, you have people who are eager to hear what you have to say. They haven't felt inundated by what you've been talking about because you haven't just been promoting them, or yourself. They have a rapport with you, so they feel like they know you a little bit and you have a shared common bond and a connection with each other, and you've expressed interest in them. When you make something promotional to them, they're more ready to hear it. They're eager to hear it. They're curious about what you're offering. They feel a rapport with you, so they're much more likely to be present to interact with that offer. And what Facebook sees is that you've spent 80% of your time building relationships, making connections, building rapport, interacting with your audience, so that when you do make a promotional post, you kind of trick Facebook's algorithm a little bit to give that promotional post more reach organically, because you've done so much beforehand to build up your engagement. I call this the engagement stack. So we build up our engagement, we stack up our engagement with the fun, engaging content that Facebook loves to see us doing, because, hey, it keeps their audience on their platform. So we're helping Facebook achieve their goals. They love that. When we do that, they reward us and they give us greater reach on future posts. Then when we make our promotional posts, instead of it falling flat to a cricket convention where nobody even sees it, we now have people who see it, and we have Facebook working with us instead of trying to pull back on the reach so that we have to pay. So let's see. Shelly says, so true, we're looking for the 20% who are truly our people. Absolutely. And it takes time to find that. We are in a massive room of over 2 billion people. We can only connect with maybe the 5, 10, 20 people right in front of us. Somehow we've got to reach the people behind us. So if we create content that the 5 people in front of us really like, they will share it. They'll turn around and share it with the people, the 20 people that they can reach. And if they like that content, they'll turn around and share it with the 20 people they can reach. And that's how we grow on Facebook. So let's see. Kathy says, it took me a while to find my tribe. I took my time and created consistency. Facebook 80-20 rule really does work. Absolutely it does. Way to go, Kathy. Angie says, happy Family Day. That's right. Happy Family Day here in BC. Networking is great if you don't treat it like you're networking. That's so true. That's so true. It should be fun, engagement, not force. That's when it gets awkward. Absolutely, Shelly, Angie, you and I've been in many networking events together, and there's always those few people who are just running around trying to hand out their business cards to as many people as they can, right? It's crazy. And that's what we can do on Facebook. And Angie, you've got an incredibly engaged community that really pays attention to everything you do on your Facebook page. And, you know, you've got people who've got that rapport. Your page is a great example of what happens when you build community and when you spend more time using your presence to talk about other things and to share a common interest and to build that rapport, because your page is so connected, Angie. Thanks for the reminders. Yeah, you're welcome. I follow you closely. Thank you, Kathy, for being here. It's great to see you again. So the problem is, as entrepreneurs, we have a few other things to do besides posting on Facebook, right? Like, we've got to actually deliver our services, we've got to deliver our products, we've got to manage our staff, we've got to manage our storefront if that's what it is, we've got to, you know, manage our online presence, we've got to do webinars or whatever it is. We have got a plate full, and the plate is probably like a big, huge, giant platter full of stuff we need to do that is actually the deliverables of our business. And it can take a lot of time to create this 80% content that gets your engagement high. What is that engagement? How do we know what's going to work? Is it going to get us the engagement we want? How often do we want to post something and have it fall flat when we aren't really sure what we're doing? And who has the time to invest in that, right? So this is something that I hear people talking about. Hey, from Brazil, nice to see you, Sebastian, I believe. And Angie, her business is Well Seasoned. You can find them on Facebook at Well Seasoned, facebook.com/Well Seasoned, I believe, right, Angie? And food is fun. So of course, you know, she's got a bit of an in that food is fun, but you still have created a really engaged, dare I say, rabidly engaged fan. A base of people. So even though food is fun, if you are still only talking about what you're selling all the time, you're still going to bore people eventually, tire them out, overwhelm them, get them fed up. But when you spend time including them in the conversation about food, because people love taking pictures of food and love sharing about food and love sharing their passion of food, then you start building connection, and then you become the go-to. And Angie's a great example of that too, because when people say, where do I find this in Langley? Where do I find this? And something that's, you know, a little unique and different that you aren't going to find in your standard grocery store. I'm amazed the number of people who recommend Angie's store because she's created this fan base. So you guys follow Well Seasoned if you want to see somebody doing it well. Angie certainly got it down. Hey, Natalie, nice to see you. So the challenge is the time to create and find the content and to have the variety of the content that gets that engagement way up for you, that gets your reach way up for you, so your promotional posts are being heard and seen by enough people to make a difference. And so one of the things I've done this month is I created the Content Creation Club. And you know, you guys, you can go off and find your own content. I am very, very happy for you to do that. Just focus 80% of your time on engaging content that allows you to build a rapport and get to know your audience. And then 20% of your time is when you actually promote you. Okay, so focus on that. Now, if you need help with that engaging content, the Content Creation Club is for you. So this is a club that I created that will provide you with 30 pieces of engaging content that you can use in your business every month. So this is not industry or niche specific, although we are working on adding some niche specific content down the road. Right now, this is the engaging content. It's fairly generic. There are 10 inspirational quote images that you're going to get every month. You can add your branding to those, so they're not totally generic. They can be customized for you. There's going to be 10 really engaging questions that you can ask on your page to grow your rapport. And then there will be 10 viral posts. These are posts that have already performed well for other people. So we're taking the guesswork out of this process for you. You don't have to guess, is this going to work? Is that going to work? You don't have to spend the time looking for it. It's going to be delivered to you every month. And you can just reuse it on your page or on your Twitter, on your Instagram. It's all going to work on any of these social networks. 30 pieces every month. Plus, you're going to get in extra pieces every month that there is a special event. So like February, you'd get Family Day content. You'll get St. Patrick's Day content in March. You'll get Mother's Day content, Father's Day content, Christmas content, New Year's Eve content. These celebratory holidays that happen over the course of the year, and we spend time trying to find content to share about that to engage our audience. You're going to get that included in the Content Creation Club. So the reason this is created is so that you can, lessen the time that you spend finding the content that gets the engagement and focus more of your time on deepening those relationships and the time with creating the content and the offers and the promotions for when you're in that 20% minute. You can use the Content Creation Club content to really build up your engagement and your reach, to get Facebook loving you, to get people feeling a rapport with you, and then you make your offer and there will be people to see you. So that's what the Content Creation Club is about. And if you are interested, I will pop the URL in the post here so that you can have a look at it. Right now, it's a one-time investment for a lifetime membership, and it's only $97 to get in. And I'd love to welcome you. We've got a bunch of people who've already jumped in because they see the value of using this content to create their relationships with people and to get rapport and to get in front of people, but they don't have the time to find it every month and every day. So Angie uses small, inexpensive giveaways to drive engagement. It's true. It's incredibly effective and doesn't cost nearly as much as a Facebook ad. This is true. If you've got the product and you can give it away, that brings people into your store, and probably they're going to come in and they're going to collect their prize, but they're probably going to spend some money while they're there at the same time. So you've got the opportunity for an upsell. And Shelly is already in the Content Creation Club. That's true. All right, you guys, if you have any questions about the 80-20 rule on Facebook, please post them. Ask me those questions. I'm back here every Monday at 10 a.m. Come and tell me about your business. Tell me about your Facebook page. I'd love to give you a shout out. And we'll have a conversation about something else you can do to help you grow your business. And if you're interested in the Content Creation Club, I will put the link in there for you and you guys can click through and get started. First download of content happens March 1st. So just next week, can you believe it? Thanks for being here, everyone. We will see you again next Monday. All right, take care, everyone.